Good morning, Internet. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be. Thank you for joining me here at Coded Live. I'm Sam Basu, and it's Thursday, which means it's .NET Dev Show. And look at that, chat room. I see familiar faces. Let's see if my highlighting thing is working. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Curious Drive. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you? Curious Drive and me are in the same state. We are both Pennsylvania residents, but like 7 hours apart. Have you seen my face? I have seen your face in all of the videos that you make, and you do some pretty darn good job. So, yeah. So, yeah. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to the .NET Dev Show. That's not my car, as I have said many a times, maybe someday. All right, so today I was thinking we would do something in terms of .NET and what's coming up. So I think it was 2 weeks back, right, where the first previews of .NET landed. Right, let me bump this up. So this is Rich Lander and the .NET team putting out this post. And a lot has happened since then, actually, in this 2 weeks. I think I did a stream where I was playing around with Blazor on desktop, which is, I think, very exciting. .NET Conf happened, Focus on Windows, that was last week, and I was talking about some of the Windows stuff, and then everybody else talked about all the coolest things in .NET for Windows developers, and desktop powered by Blazor was something they talked about quite a bit. But I'm coming back to this post because there is a lot more to actually dive into that I actually have not played with. So bear with me today. I'm going to be just looking around and just trying to see if I can get some of the things to work. Because this was a long post, and I know Rich, and he likes getting very technical and in-depth in terms of performance numbers and so on in his post. So this is a long post. I encourage all of you to, if you're interested in what's coming up with .NET 6, this is the preview 1, right? So if you do the math, Microsoft Build is happening in May, I think. So we will likely see a couple of previews before that, and I mean they have signed up to do a lot. So between now and November, which is when .NET 6 is supposed to be GA, general availability, we'll likely see several previews of this drop. So this is very, very early bits, and things might be a little rough, but again, at least they're putting it out there, and it's all open source, so we can play around with this. So let's dig in a little bit here, and I want to look into the .NET MAUI things. I know the team was busy, and they're working on multiple fronts, so I don't know exactly what they shipped. The runtime is there, the tools are another thing, so there's a lot going on. So let's kind of go into this. So looks like ASP.NET on EF Code, they made separate posts about this. .NET 6 has been tested on VS 16.9 if you're on Windows, and Visual Studio 8.9 for Mac, which I think I have that. Okay, we know the unification story that they started with .NET 5. They're not quite done yet, and this is exactly a big chunk of what they are doing right now, because what they did with .NET 5 last November was Blazor WebAssembly. They made that a composite runtime that takes some of the best parts of Mono and .NET Core, and now they're doing it for Xamarin, right, and .NET MAUI. So it's a lot of work that's behind the scenes, but when you install the .NET SDK, you can start building apps for mobile platforms. So this is new, .NET New iOS, .NET New Android. So for the first time, you're using .NET CLI tools to do Xamarin builds and deploys. So that's interesting. It's using the .NET Build instead of MS Build, which is what Xamarin likes to use or has used in the past. So we should be able to say .NET New iOS. Essentially, Xamarin iOS, Xamarin Mac, and Xamarin Android essentially just become .NET for iOS, Android, and Mac. And then Xamarin Forms evolves into .NET MAUI, as we know. Okay, so So this is interesting that we can just do this and also being able to use this from VS Code. That's the promise. I don't know if that's fully working yet, but we'll try it out. All right, what else? Open planning. This thing is really nice. So they have a Blazor based app here, which is called the Themes of .NET, which essentially kind of walks you through the things that they're prioritizing, like the teams. They're doing the planning out in the open, so we can see which ones are committed, which ones they are considering, and so on. This is nice. Support. Yeah, we know .NET 6 is going to be TLS, so you have 3 years of support. Probably, hopefully, as an enterprise, a little more stability that you're looking for. Oh, and this is interesting. So they're upfront about Mac Catalyst, right? And I think I was talking about this the last time I was coding here on .NET Dev Show. Xamarin Forms has had support for Mac, and you can reach the Mac desktop in multiple ways. There's a Mac renderer for Xamarin Forms. Now you have Blazor mobile bindings, but then Mac Catalyst is the one that they really want to push on because that's Apple approved, right? It's probably the best one. And support for Silicon M1 chips from Macs. I know they have a little MacBook. I don't know if the MacBook Pros are out with Silicon, Apple Silicon yet, but the architectures are different, so I'm guessing they had to do something to make .NET run. ARM64 support. I don't know anything about this at all, so we will dive in into that maybe a little bit later on, but obviously like this is the part that I want to tinker with, so I might come back to the other things. Like Blazor desktop, we've talked about this. This is super fun, and it is using Blazor mobile bindings, it is using Xamarin Forms, and it's giving you a web UI, a web view that is not bundling Node.js and Chromium, and it is the WebView 2 if you're on Windows, and I think it's called WK WebView if you're on a Mac, so it's as native as you might get on the platform. So there are other things, ARM64 support. I think this is the Apple Silicon support. So there's a lot on this post. Oh, okay, so this is the TFMs, the target framework monikers. So right now I think it looks like .NET 6, iOS, Android, Mac Catalyst, Mac OS, tvOS is back. All right, and yeah, so read through this. This is really great if you are just wanting to know what is going on with .NET 6. But let's go back up to MAUI, which is this, right? So we are supposed to be able to build for Android, iOS, macOS, and Windows. Yep. Xamarin Toolkit, Xamarin Forms is evolving. Xamarin Essentials is now going to be essentially System Essentials is what they have talked about. And in the chat room, folks, is the music too loud? Let me know if I can lower it. It's just nice to have something. I hear the same things that you hear. .NET 6 mobile projects, okay, and installation instructions. But didn't they have a way to just go ahead and install .NET first up? Oh, you can download .NET 6 Preview 1. All right, what does that do? Just downloads the runtime, I'm guessing. Okay, Preview 1. All right, let's get it. Installers, sure. All right, where is it downloading? It did not download automatically. Okay, so let's do manual. Sure, I like these installers, and they do their thing, and then they also do the part where they put it in the trash, which is nice. Sure, take my fingerprint, take my biometrics, take everything I have. I trust you, computer. And done. Yeah, done. Okay, so let's take a look. .NET 6 Preview is their ASP.NET Core. They don't talk about iOS or Android here. Yeah, go move it to the trash. So let's see what that did. Okay, let me bump this font up. Maybe you can see now. All right. So if I do .NET, okay, so let's see what SDKs, no, not just list. I have to do .NET -- list -- SDKs. All right. So I mean, this is a newer machine, so I don't have the .NETs from earlier days. I got 3 onwards, I got 5 and 6 preview, 1 to 11 some number, and this is sitting in share .NET SDK. Okay, so can I do, hold on, .NET new? Is that the command that shows all that I have? Yeah. Okay. Oh, see, they talk about .NET new Android here, but that's a template. Oh, they do have Android. Ah. But they don't have iOS. All right, all right. I mean, they did mention .NET new Android, but they didn't mention .NET new iOS. So I'm guessing it's not ready yet. We can start with Android. I'm not the biggest Android fan, but I'll build. I'll take a look. Okay. So what was this thing that they pointed at? Oh, the mobile projects. Yeah. So if you head out here, this is .NET 6 mobile samples, early preview of mobile iOS and Android and .NET 6, not for production use. Yeah. Kids, do not do this at home. Your computer might catch fire. That's fine. Early bits, expect breaking changes. All right. Okay, what are these specific builds of .NET 6? Oh, so this is different from just the .NET 6 that we just installed. All right, well, I'll get them all. I don't know what's inside. Okay. 2.11. No, that sounds about the same build that I just ran. I don't know. I'll run it again. Doesn't take much time. And then looks like they have a separate iOS and an Android build. Yeah, they don't talk about Android or iOS here. Move that. What is this? CI Master 85. Okay. Let's get them all and then we'll go through it. Yes, I agree. Successful. Move to trash and then iOS. Chat room, you're quiet. How are you? How was your Thursday? Alright, is that it? Now I've gotten everything. Hey, look who's here. Look who's lurking. Where's my highlighting thing? There you go. Mr. Taylor and Code, Mr. Chad Green, how are you? I am good. And hello everyone again. So, I have the bits now, okay? Hopefully, projects, hello Android, hello iOS, hello forms. What projects? Oh, like these projects. So, could I do like .NET new, or is it the same as, excuse me, or is it the same as the ones they have here? Okay, well, let's start with what they have, okay? And then we'll see what, yeah, go ahead and download the zip. These are very early bits, right? So I am not sure what they have. So let me go over here to downloads. This one? Okay. So we have hello Android, hello forms, hello iOS. Hang on a second, my I think the music is a little too loud. Let me pull it back a little bit. There we go. Oh, Dan Siegel is here. Dan. Yeah, somebody has to pay for the bits on the internet, you know. You have to watch ads. Uh, oh, hey, look at that. So you might know this about me. I grew up with a lot of cricket, so I'm into cricket. I'm right there with you, Curious Drive. Dan Siegel is saying there is a new .NET new template, but not sure if it's available anywhere beyond GitHub right now. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, my voice is bothering me a little bit, but I am on GitHub, Dan. So let point out if there is a new template. But I'm going to start looking at what they have here first, and then I saw the .NET new Android. I don't see .NET new iOS yet, which is like what I want to, or what I like building for. But let's take a look at this, okay? So once we have this, what do we do? One wrong move and I think none of the IDs work and everything will blow apart. But let's see. Okay, let's start with iOS. Okay, .NET build hello iOS. Okay, so you just like do the .NET build, which is a change, right? Because this is the first time they're using the .NET build. Okay, so this was in downloads, yeah. And what is it called? net6-mobile-samples-main. Chatroom, oh, thank you, Dan. I will take a look at that repo in just a second. Chatroom, I have a question for you. I've seen people, and I've used it, I think, in the past, where you can like right-click on a Mac and you can open up a terminal right on that, in that folder. I forget what it was called, because like then you have to type things like that, which is not fun. Okay, so I'm in the project. I see CS Proj and other things. So now can I do .NET build? .NET build hello iOS. Okay, .NET build hello iOS. All right, fingers crossed. It's doing something. It's not ready yet, which is good. And it's building. Looks like it's building. So essentially what the preview 1 holds, I think, is some of the universal handlers that they've talked about for .NET MAUI and just running on bare bones .NET 6 runtime. So taking the bits of mono that they need and combining it with whatever the .NET runtime is right now and making it one uniform runtime, which will take a lot of work between now and November. Okay, I see some yellow, but okay, it builds on first time around. That's good. To launch the iOS project on simulator, fine. Let's just do that. .NET build. Well, can't I just do .NET run? Maybe I can. All right. Well, we'll let it run with what they're saying. First .NET 6 build. Yes. Oh, the iPad Pro comes up. Look at that. Like I didn't set anything. Like how does it know which simulator to grab? That's funny. I have not seen the iPad simulator in a while. Oh, there it is. Yay! First .NET 6 build. First one works. Look at that. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so that's just the basics. Okay, so this works. All right, it looks like it killed itself. What else? Because there is Xamarin Forms in here, right? In later previews, the sample will migrate to use MAUI. So it is not using MAUI yet, or maybe just the basics of what they have started to launch the Forms project. And I'll look into the repo that Dan just spun. I really need to do a spike of Prism with MAUI. Yeah. I do. I'm like to do. I really want .NET 6 on a machine load. Yeah, I mean it's bare bones. I don't think much works, but at least it's the start. Yeah. .NET Curious, right? That was my very first .NET 6 build. I mean, when I'm doing Blazor mobile bindings, when I do Blazor on desktop, I mean, it's still using like Xamarin Forms. Essentially, it's not truly using .NET 6. So yeah, this was my first .NET build. So yeah. So let's take a look at this. I don't like to run Android, so I'll stick to iOS. You may need to add no restore. Why? Without the restore, like, does it have all the bits? Like, does it have no dependencies whatsoever? Okay, well, let's give it a try and see if it fails. It's determining projects to restore. It's trying to restore. All right. And I'm very curious what would happen if I open up this project in an IDE, because I think they've clearly said it doesn't work. What? Target run? No? Okay. What is that supposed to mean? Well, let's do the no restore maybe, like they have said. Dan is saying they did just start moving their work from Xamarin Forms repo to the MAUI repo this week. If all of the issues, they didn't give it away. Yeah. This is very early days, as you can tell. They're moving stuff from Xamarin Forms into MAUI. They're moving stuff from Blazor mobile bindings into MAUI, from Comet into MAUI. A lot of things happening. Okay, so that did not work, but is that the no restore thing that is such a problematic thing? What is it? No dash restore. Okay. No dash restore. You're using a preview version. That's not the right URL, .NET Core preview, but maybe it's just a generic thing that tossing out. I'm going to go ahead and highlight your thing, Dan, while we're doing a build. So yeah. A lot of work being done. And Dimitri, so you know the folks who work on Xamarin Forms, like David Ortno, Jonathan Peppers, and Maddie Leisure, and all those folks. But Dimitri Lylan, who we all know and love, he's had a lot of XAML background. He's moved over and trying to help MAUI. He was saying that they got the hot reload thing working for Xamarin Forms 5.0, only the only parts of it. So hopefully that's something that will be baked in soon. Oh, and this is done. This is done. So I think it's just the restore part of it is just completely borked. And Xamarin Forms, welcome. We need to celebrate. Yeah, celebrate the little wins. This is nice. First .NET 6 build, first Xamarin Forms build on a Mac, or I mean on iOS. Yay. Okay, so this works. This works. This is good. And since I have this project, I will be able to open this up. This using IDEs. Don't use IDEs, essentially. Visual Studio 6.9, they don't mention Visual Studio for Mac, which is what I'm on. So I don't know, things might crash and burn. NuGet is not able to restore existing packages. So like whatever the need to kind of bootstrap a .NET iOS or Android app, they probably just have it baked in, because like it's not doing any restore. Like you saw that like with the restore, without the restore it failed, but when I said no restore it worked. Chat room. Hello Saint for Eva, if I'm saying that right. Yes, after I'm done it gets pushed out to YouTube, yes. When is support coming? Hang on. C# U MVU coming? That, my friend, is $1 million question, because we don't know. And I don't think Microsoft knows at this point either, because these are very early days. They have a lot of more important high priority things to do before they can talk about MVU. So if you want MVU, hang on. So you know the playground. That's not that. What is that? This one. So this is oh, like Tara Jobs is in there now. This is James Clancy and those folks doing MVU. This is still the playground. I think they moved some of this into the .NET MAUI repos, but it's not done. So I don't know. I don't have an answer as to where exactly that is coming. Dan is no. You do know. Wait a second. What is Dan saying? Yeah, Visual Studio Code. I'm going to open it up. I don't know if it's working. Dan Siegel being snarky. Why is that a surprise? Yeah, Dan. I've seen David Ortno and those guys use VS Code, so I don't know what's baked in right now. I will take a look and see if it works. So yeah, same for Eva. We don't know exactly when this is going to ship, but yeah, take a look at Comet if you want to play around. All right, so this is good, and I want to open this up. But before I do that, because .NET, let me go into my CLI projects thing, okay? Oh no, CD CLI projects is where I keep it. Okay, now if I do a make directory Android net6, right? And then we're going to go to Android net6. Okay, now we're in. Now we can do .NET new Android. Yeah? It's doing stuff. Why would they give us an Android template and not a iOS template from the get-go? That makes me sad. I will take a look at the repo that Dan just posted. Okay, but they did do something. So let me go take a look as to what they did. That's CLI projects. Where is it? Huh? It's not here. What the heck? Where did it go? Where am I? Oh, I'm in desktop. Oh. Hang on. I probably spun it up in the wrong spot. No. Did I not do it here? I don't even know where I did that. Hold on. All right, let me kill this because I am completely confused where it spit out the project. Okay, new. Start afresh. All right, now we can go to CLR projects and make that directory again. Android net6. Okay, now I see it up there. Android net6 and .NET new Android. It's done. So now this is native Xamarin Android. Okay, Dan is saying stuff again. We gotta read that stuff because Dan's thoughts are important. Yes, what Dan thinks thing. I agree. I think they have too much on their plate. Because if you look at the Blazor side of things, like what they promised with Blazor on desktop and the whole web view, because right now, if you go look at this, okay, so if you look at, oh come on, if I can type today, this one here, okay. This is Blazor mobile bindings. That's where you can start. You can look through. If you look through this hybrid app, right? And this is the thing that they are very excited about, and for good reason. So you create a Blazor project. They spin up an iOS, Android, Windows, and Mac project, and they show you Blazor running inside of a web view. But this Mac project and this Windows project, they are using Xamarin Forms renderers right now. So Xamarin Forms renderers for Mac OS and then for WPF. They don't want to keep using that. I think they want to switch it up to be the .NET MAUI interface and the handler. So that's a lot of work right there. So I think I agree that the whole MVU thing might just fall off for November. But again, don't count what me and Dan are saying. It's just a conjecture that they have a lot to do before now in November. All right, so it did something, and it looks like it spit out an Android project. So can I do a .NET build? Because now it should be building Android on top of .NET 6, which it is. Build engine version, I don't There is still .NET 7. There is still .NET 8, folks. There is still .NET 9. The world is your oyster. Things will take time. Be patient. Yes, and build failed because I don't know why. Is it because it tried doing a restore? I don't know, Dan. So Dan is saying the Blazor stuff is what's going to be moved off. I have a feeling, and just my 2 cents, that they're actually going to prioritize this over some of the MAUI things. Yeah, but you have to wait a whole year. So we might start seeing like more previews, like right after like .NET 5, they started putting out some previews. So enterprises aren't going to jump to this until maybe there's more stability, but you know, we might start getting bits. All right, so something failed. Let's see what they said about Android. .NET build that. So if I just did .NET, did the no restore thing, is that needed for Android as well? No. I cannot, I don't know why, find a package. Oh, looks like, speak of Blazor, look who popped in. Oh, Blazor 3, just bring it on. Just like do it all. Do it all in 2021, because why not? We are baking the ocean, so might as well. Okay, so this did not build. All right, so let me go back to the thing that they shipped with. All right, maybe that builds. So I had it in downloads, right? And then I had it in net 6 dash mobile dash samples dash main. Yeah. All right, and now if we grab .NET build hello Android, so let's see if this will build. No, it doesn't build. Blazor desktop looks cool. Yeah, it does. It's using Xamarin Forms though. It's bootstrapping with Xamarin Forms, and that's the piece they want to change. But again, it's very promising. I mean, the demos are cool, but you get down to like the level of like what's going on under the covers, and that's where you realize there's a lot of work to be done. Like how are they going to do the JavaScript interop? And also, essentially, so I'm digressing here, but this thing is quite interesting. What am I searching on? No, not that. WK Web View. Okay, so this is an Apple stuff. So when Blazor is running on Mac, it's using this, and there's a lot of work to be done here. From what I could understand, what Dan Roth was saying from the Blazor team, this is new territory because they haven't used this web view like ever. So there's a lot of work to be done on exactly how WK Web View works in terms of the JavaScript interop and all of that stuff. But yeah, again, I went down this rabbit hole, and I think I should write this up a little bit. There are just a lot of like interesting nuances with the modern web views, like Web View 2, and yeah, digression on Twitch. Yeah, that happens apparently. So yeah, this one is interesting, but I cannot build Android. Maybe I don't have the Android bits. Let's see if I can build Android on top of Xamarin Forms. Okay, no, it's maybe I don't have the Android. You know, I don't have the latest Android SDK, so I'm not going to struggle too much with Android because it's not quite there yet. The only thing is like I don't see, if I do a .NET new, I don't see the iOS one, and they have the Android one, which makes me a little sad. But let me take a look at what Dan was just posting there. He's saying there is a new template. So I'm going to try to copy here. So GitHub then we go to .NET, then we go to MAUI, and then we go to pull request number 371. All right, Dan, I don't know where you're sending me. I'm just trusting you. Oh, Jonathan Peppers. Okay, I trust Jonathan Peppers. This adds the new .NET MAUI applications. Ah. Yeah, interesting. To build and install these templates, so .NET Pack, I see. So you have to build the template itself. And I'm guessing this is running on the specific .NET 6 build that they talked about. It's still open, like they're not done with this yet. And Reddit is in there. Chat room, hang on a second. We come to Twitch for the same reason people come to Desk. Oh, are you saying, Ed, that my code doesn't compile? Yes, it doesn't compile, and that's perfectly fine, because that's why you're here to see, right? No offense to NASCAR fans, no offense. All right, I can try this, but I also want to see like what did they spit out in the Hello World projects, because that seems like, so they don't have like official support for it. What they have is .NET New Android. They didn't say .NET New MAUI, so it's still being worked out. Oh, talk about Rex. Let's talk about Rex, shall we? So yeah, Dan's code takes 20 minutes to compile. Ed's been on stream where he was trying to do a VR show for like 30 minutes where he was just trying to install stuff. And and you know, like build failures is or like demo failures is something we all have to live with. So I was on .NET Conf last week, and 30 minutes is a very, very short amount of time, and things were going okay until my Azure service said like, nope, you're not doing the demo, and I did not have enough time to recover. So if I had enough time, I could have switched to my local host, which was running up and running. But yeah, you have to live with some demo failures in time. You didn't pray enough. Yeah, so let's take a look at what they spit out, right, in this Hello Forms thing. So if I go to downloads, that's where it is. Hello Android, Hello Forms. I'm going to load this up, even though they specifically asked you not to load it up in an IDE. But what the heck? What the heck? Let's take a look. Could not restore packages. Of course, you cannot restore packages here. I'm going to get rid of Android here, because that seems to be the one that I don't have builds yet. Yes, go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to try this. They said you can't build it. Yeah, you can't build it. They're not mistaken. All right, so what is it that they have in here? This is too small, isn't it? There you go. Oh, look at that. Fancy new icons. That's new. I haven't seen that guy before. What is it? .NET 6 Core app. Oh, there's Xamarin Forms right in there. So there's work to be done here. I don't know why they have two. All right, what is in the shared project? AppSample. Nothing out of ordinary. This looks straight out of Xamarin Forms. This looks straight out of Xamarin Forms as well. Chat room, we're having fun at my... You can laugh at me. Yeah. Sacrifice more children. Yes. Yeah, no kidding. It does look a lot like with early days. Oh no! Somebody's talked about Flutter. Don't bring that up. It's yeah, it's a lot of things are a hot mess. So um, here's my 2 cents. Okay, Flutter got to 2.0. If you did not see the news yesterday, I have nothing against Flutter. Okay, it's great. The dev loop is really good. And like Dan was saying, the performance is really good. Live reload really works fine. The only 2 issues I have, well, maybe one, like it's on Dart, so you have to get your mind around that. It's not a big deal. It's still object oriented ish, but then it's a lot of skia. It's a lot of like painting pixels. But maybe it doesn't matter. Like this is the question. Like, what is a native app? Like, does it have to have native UI? Maybe not. If the performance is good enough, maybe you don't care. So yeah, I mean, I have nothing against Flutter. I haven't tinkered too much, but go give it a spin. It's out for 2.0, and they have Ubuntu Linux support now. And I know the UnoConf, the Uno platform guys were a little miffed maybe because like UnoConf did. I forget what Linux they did, but I think they got a little bit of backlash from the Linux community, and then Flutter does it, and folks are like, "Yeah, okay, this is cool." So I don't know. Yeah, Rick VD Bosch. Hey, good to see you. All right, so this does not look anything different from Xamarin Forms. In fact, they have a dependency on Xamarin Forms 4.8, which tells you more about the fact that this is not ready for any type of serious tinkering. This is for contributors, and essentially if we have to tinker, like we can go look at like what Dan was saying, like go look in the .NET MAUI repos, but this is the .NET repo. Yeah, it's Rick, that's fine. How about Pickle Rick? No, Ed, don't make fun of other people. All right, Dan's thoughts are out. We have to read Dan's thoughts. Let's see, what is Dan complaining about? It's Dart, so your code isn't reusable anywhere else. If you need to get into native APIs, yeah. I don't know why Google is pushing on Dart. I have no problem against a programming language. It's just like syntax, right? You can learn that. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah, it's not very reusable everywhere else. But I think the Flutter folks are trying to sell us on the fact that it's like one Flutter, one code base that runs everywhere, web, desktop, mobile. Which again, anytime we developers see that, and it's true for like .NET MAUI as well. Like it's like write once and like suck everywhere, right? So we'll see. Looks like Ed knows Rick, so it's okay to make fun of Rick, maybe? No, Pickle Rick is a hero. All right. You are a hero since you are hanging out with me here in the chat room. Oh, Dart. It's a lot of parentheses. Parent hell. What happened to my message selection occasionally decides to die and not work. So I can't highlight your message. Sorry, Ed. But yes, a lot of parentheses and Dart. But again, it's a programming language. We can get around that. Okay, so here's what I can try. Okay, even though this said NuGet restores do not work, what would happen if I brought in a dependency here? Like, would it still build? What is this? Oh, it comes with its own NuGet sources? What is that? Yeah, this looks like regular NuGet. No, actually, hang on. This is interesting. Where are they even going? That's the NuGet feed, and I have my Telerik feed. So is like NuGet restores like completely borked, like it will not even work? Where are they getting these ones from? What is Xamarin? I am completely confused where it's loading this up from. Public? What is public? Oh no, chatroom mentioned YAML. Alright, I'm inclined to read your messages now because you are having more fun than I am having here. Okay, Ed, I take exceptions. Alright, don't call the XAML thing we do in Xamarin Forms XML. It is XML, but just don't call it XML because it hurts our feelings. It's XAML. It's a lot more powerful. I'm highlighting things, not even quite understanding what you're saying. Yeah, definitely taking care of. So, Saint for Eva. Here's something I want to show you, okay? If you want to write C# UI, you can still do that without MVU because there's that thing, right? Hang on. Render Xamarin Forms with C#. Now, it's not MVU, but Dan, help me out here. There's the whole, like, Brandon Minnick and those folks are big into this. Like, you, no, not custom renderers. Like, you can, whatever you see in Xamarin Forms that is XAML, you can render all of it using C#. Now, it's not the MVU pattern. It is still very much C#, and you can do MVVM, but there's nothing stopping you from writing your UI in C#, if that's what you're getting to. HTML threw up. Yes. It's in the Xamarin Community Toolkit? I didn't know that. Interesting. No, C# markup. Yeah, so maybe I'm not talking about the same thing. Hold on. So Xamarin, this is XAML basics. Let me show you. All right, not within XAML, user interface, maybe control references. Let's look at views. This is just a long list of references. Yeah, no, Dan, I see what you're saying, but I thought they had, like, in the docs they had it like for every one of these controls. Here's how you render it in C#. So let's pick a control. Let's pick a view label. So this is the XAML, and they don't talk about it a whole lot, but I mean, you can get the idea right here. Like, see this text, this is essentially a XAML control that you're taking, and you're rendering that as text. So I'm sure if we pick any other thing, I'm showing you like a bad way of looking things up, but let's say a button, right? Instead of writing a XAML button, you can always write a button like this is the XAML button. But you can always write that button in C# if that's what you're referring to. Sorry if I went like completely off track. Oh really? Ed is gonna kick me out in 30 minutes. All right. And yeah, you have plenty of hecklers. Same for Eva, yes. The MVU app model would be lovely, and that's the work that's being done right now, but on the side. So essentially with MVU you have that big loop, right? You have that big update thing, which again, let's put it up. So this was, no, I think I had it, what is it? I thought I actually had it bookmarked here. There we go. So this is comment, right? So what you're referring to, Saint for Eva, is, if I can find a getting started guide right here. No, they don't talk about code here. All right, so hold on, I need to show you something. I thought I had it. Yeah, comment like hello world. Okay, so if I look at this piece of code here, like this is what you're referring to, Saint for Eva. Like, so this body method, this whole thing is the update loop in MVU, right? And this is the thing that takes work, because this loop is essentially running every time there is a change in the data bound objects, or anytime like the UI is being changed because the user does something, and they go through that update loop. It's the state that you're incrementing, or whatever is your state. And the trick is to be careful in how you draw that visual tree, and not draw the visual tree over and over again, because that's going to be taking a hit on performance. So the app model is already being worked on how nicely to render these things. So yeah, MVU would be nice. Okay, I got plenty of time apparently, because Ed is not until 11:30. Yeah, and you got Saint for Eve watching your thing. Yeah. All right, where was I? You folks completely distracted me, which is fine, which is why I'm here for. So I cannot do anything in the IDE, so I think the IDE just needs to be done. We know that this thing works. I cannot build for Android, but I can build for iOS, and I can build for Xamarin Forms, right? And I may not have all the Android dependencies to build for, but I saw this one working. It said hello iOS, right? No, did it? Did I even do hello iOS, or I did Xamarin Forms, right? Where am I? Where am I? No, I'm on the Android project. Hang on. So let's close this, and let's go to downloads. And where was I? CD net 6 mobile dash samples dash main. Bump my font up. And am I in there now? Yeah. So this is just straight up iOS, and this seems to build. Oh, nice. Rick. Rick has dinner. Yeah, I would love to go to dinner. I haven't stepped out too much in like a whole year now. Things are slowly getting back to normal. Yeah. All right, Dan has thoughts again, and we have to read Dan's thoughts. He's the man. He's the important man. Dan knows everything. Okay, what are you saying, Dan? MVU will probably make it fully in. It doesn't mean you won't be able to build MAUI apps with MVU. It just means you keep on. Yeah, exactly. So the Comet thing is still out there. You can use Comet today, and you will be able to use Comet on the side. It may not just make it all the way into MAUI by November, but again, fingers crossed. We don't know yet. There's just a ton of work left to be done. Yeah, Ed, don't even start there. I'm happy to cook a lot, but it's getting to be quite a bit now. I'm getting tired. I would like to just have some food delivered in front of me, cooked by somebody else. We can do takeout. We do takeaways just once in a while. Yeah. Anything we can do to help local businesses. But hey, look at that. On the iPad, hello dotNET 6, that works. Can I change anything? Can I change anything in here? Because the IDEs are broken. Now, I'm going to do what Dan told me to do, because he said use Visual Studio Code. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code and see how badly things are broken. All right. Net 6, let's just open this thing up. Oh, we got Indian takeout last night. It was delish. Sam, you can cook delicious food. We can enjoy it. Okay, so here's the idea, Saint for Eva. Once the world comes back to normalcy, we ask Dan Siegel to fly us all to Maui, where we will cook him meals and we'll have a conference and we'll talk about all things .NET Maui, right? Yeah. So what did we open up here? So we have Hello iOS. That's the project we just built. Info list, we don't want to go into that. Main, so it's using the app delegate, loading up the file. But actually, is it? Oh, this is the native thing. This is not using Xamarin Forms. So where is the solution file? It's right here. And lots of packages, scripts. I don't know what's in scripts. All right, so let's take a look at iOS here, app delegate. Yeah, I know Visual Studio, you can't open up plist files, neither do I want you to open up plist files. Okay, so let's take a look at what they're doing here. This is straight up Xamarin iOS, right? UI window right there, that's UI kit. IntelliSense isn't there. Well, does it do anything? All right, there you go. So if I save this and if I run this again, will it work? Chat room, you're talking again and I'm getting distracted. Oh, what are you saying? Let's see. Oh, okay, so this is a serious question. Yes, the answer is yes. I'm not supposed to tell you officially, but yes, we are absolutely working with the Xamarin team, with the Maui teams. The work that we're doing is, a lot of it is internal for now because it's using the new handlers. Oh, and by the way, my iPad is loading up, and yeah, so the color worked and it picked up the text. So I'm not supposed to tell you yet, but yes, yeah, absolutely, we are working. So we would love to have controls for Maui and have it well in time before it reaches GA. You did not hear it from me. What are you talking about, Ed? Need to book a room in Maui? I'm ready to go to Maui. Ooh. See, that is a classic Indian dish that takes a hell of a long time to cook, biryani, but if you do it right, it is really nice. Somebody clip that. No. You cannot hold me liable for the things that I say on the internet. C# hot reload. Excuse me. I didn't know that was ready. I did not know. Yeah. So I'll show you what I think is ready. So Dimitri was talking about this. Hang on, let me go back because I have to look through his responses and this one here. So Dimitri said that XAML hot reload is ready, and .NET hot reload, which is essentially C# hot reload, is next, right? See, .NET hot reload is next. So yeah, I don't know. And all right, hang on, I'm not watching my stream. Oh, Copper Beardy, hello, and welcome Raiders. Thank you, Copper Beardy. Hang on, I think I have my Hey folks, hello Copperbeardy. This is a long one. Okay, we're gonna let it finish. And all right, there you go. Thank you, Copperbeardy, and welcome, folks. Welcome. We are. I don't even know what we're doing because chat room has been making fun of me, and we are talking about random things. We started out doing .NET 6, and we are off doing some builds, and excuse me, it's like seeing what works with .NET MAUI. So yeah, somebody was asking about .NET Hot Reload, which see, the thing is, like, even if it is working, I don't know how to make it work because we don't have IDE support yet, right? So all I can do is I can't put this code on a watch and do it on debug because, or can I? Can I don't know. If I pulled up the command line here, and if I close this, okay, and what was it, .NET build hello iOS, okay, that's still not gonna do what we need. Hang on, so let me try this. This might break. Oh, it doesn't have the excuse me, the commands yet, so I can't fire off .NET thing. I'm missing some command line tools here. So yeah, IronX Junior, I don't know if I can get it to work, but I think they're working on this. So what IronX Junior is asking is .NET Hot Reload, which is where you change some C# code and it automatically refreshes your apps running on the simulator. Okay, so we are able to see that iOS works. I can't get Android to build for some reason. That could just be me. Okay, now we have Copperbeardy, another troublemaker, talking about things I don't understand. People would have beat up my puppy to the oh boy. Oh, that was in response to Dan Siegel. Copperbeardy, like, I don't know when you took your profile picture, like, if that's how you look like right now, like with your genuine copper look, that is invaluable. I don't know if you have gone back to white, but that is quite funny. And yeah, God knows what pups will chew on. We want to get a pup, but we are just done excuse me, like raising a kid all the way up to 5 before, like, he's not killed himself yet, so I think we are successful parents, and we need the puppy to be able to be something that the kiddo can take care of, because we are not up for raising another kid, which is what a puppy is. All right, so iOS works, and then let's take a look at hello forms, okay? And it's 11:03 a.m. Eastern. I know Ed is supposed to go at 11:30, so I'll wrap up in time. But let me take a look at Xamarin Forms here. This doesn't look like anything out of ordinary, so let me make sure I can build for Xamarin Forms, which looked like I could, right? If I just did this, but then I had to do the no restore, because otherwise it failed. Hang on. So if I did this, and then if I did -- no - restore, then that builds. Oh, Dan, I didn't know you had a puppy. Oh, you do have a puppy. I'm sorry. Yeah, you talk about the puppy waking you up every morning. Yes. Now I remember. Yeah. So I suppose it's not quite a puppy anymore. It's grown up. All right. 5 in the morning, huh? That's rough. I don't know when you go to bed. My bedtime is not before like 1 or 2 in the morning. Maybe 2 is a stretch, but definitely not before like 1. So I don't wake up like much before like 6. That's too much for me. And the kiddo is up right by 6:30. Yeah, 1-year-old is a big puppy. Okay, it's It's building. Did my Xamarin Forms stop building? It's trying. Oh no, it did build. Okay, it did build. All right. So can we do anything here with the stuff here? So does everything work well? I mean, we have a stack layout, so can I do a button? And I'm very enticed to try some Telerik controls in here and see if dotNET restore can somehow bring it in, but I'm pretty sure it's going to fail. But it doesn't hurt us from trying, so let's see. So yeah, while this is building, it's a lot of work to like engineering work to do some of the things that they're doing with the handlers. So we are to answer your question, saying for Eva, like what's Telerik doing? Like we are actively looking into what the engineering work is. A lot of it has started to support the newest runtimes with .NET 6 and. Because like if you look at oh hang on, did that build? Oh, it's starting up. Come on. Oh, there's the button. Yeah. So yeah, I can. I mean, now that we have a starting point, I mean, I can keep throwing more UI and try to see what that works. Oh, and see. Speaking of puppies and kids, I have to go get our kid at 11:30 from school, so I got to wrap up in like 10 minutes. Here's the thing, same for Eva, since you were asking, let me show you. And this is something we don't talk about it a whole lot, and you might not realize, but if I go to our Xamarin Offerings, which is true for other people who make controls suites like us as well, if you look at the resources here, so we have things nicely broken out, like you can already see. So these are the Xamarin Forms controls that we have, and almost all of them are, well, there are two types, right? There are the ones that we do with custom renderers, and then the ones we do with Skia Sharp. And then we have wrappers for all of the native stuff, right? Which is I mean, a lot of them, right? So you can see like the alerts, all of the charts, the graphs, the data forms, the gauges, the list views, those are all native iOS and native Android controls. And I'm trying to think if we break out the Skia Sharp ones here, maybe, or maybe not. But so our Xamarin UI is essentially three different things. It's mostly native, it's some Skia, and it's some custom renderers. So when you switch up what is underneath in terms of the runtime and the renderers that we depended on for Xamarin Forms, it does mean quite a bit of engineering work to make sure everything is in sync and everything works. So we are doing that work right now. Yeah. So we shall see. Okay, so where are we? I digress, but it was fun to digress with you all. I don't know why I have Twitter open. Oh, I was trying to show you what Dimitri said. So if you're doing .NET, if you're doing Xamarin Forms 5.0, XAML hot reload should be working nicely, where it just looks through the visual tree and only paints the changes. And .NET hot reload, which is where you change some C# code and you can still deploy quickly without deploying the whole app that's coming. But otherwise, I think this is where we stand. So I didn't get to tinker with everything that I wanted, but I mean, this is a start, right? So look through this, like look for .NET 6 Preview 1, right? That's where we started. And you can see what they're doing. Like I already played with the Blazor desktop stuff. This is the MAUI stuff. And for some reason, my music completely stopped. Now it's just choosing a different station maybe. There you go. So this is exciting stuff, right? And so very early days, some of the bits are not quite ready. As you can tell, IDE support is flaky. .NET Restore doesn't work, but we can at least get .NET or Xamarin to work on .NET 6. Both from Xamarin Forms and iOS. I think Android works too. I just don't have all of the Android bits. And you can do .NET New Android, like what's suggested here, .NET New Android. So play around. That's kind of all that we can do. Play around with Blazor on desktop and see what the future might hold for us. So exciting times. I think we have a long runway to go. Microsoft has a lot of work to do, a lot of promises they have made in terms of MAUI, because again, think of what they started out doing. Like multi-platform app UI is going to open up the framework, so you can come at it from C# MVU, you can come at it from Blazor, you can come at it from pure Xamarin Forms, XAML and C#. So all of that takes a lot of work, and just the early days, at least they put some bits out, and if you watch the .NET repos, then you can see them working on the MAUI stuff quite a bit more. All right, Rick, yep, you're out, have a good one, and I'm actually ready to be out as well. So thank you, folks. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been an hour and 15 minutes of just like randomly tinkering around with .NET 6, but thank you for hanging out. I love you all. Thank you, everybody in the chat room. You're lovely to come and hang out with me. So upwards and onwards. I think at 11:30 you're going to see Ed come on, talk more VR and fail more. Maybe not. We're all here to fail. That's all good. So I shall see you on the next stream. Okay, that's it from me now, and thank you and have a nice day. So bye-bye.